I am a publisher, writer, editor, daughter, sister, auntie, dog mom, and many other things, including currently a cancer patient. But I am not a doctor or medical professional of any sort. What you are about to watch is an episode of my journey through cancer. I'm sharing my adventure with you in hopes that you'll find something here that's comforting and maybe even inspiring. This video is not intended to provide any sort of diagnosis or treatment plan. Please go talk with your doctor for professional medical advice. I had an MRI today. It's the final test that I have to take before I can start treatment, and it maps out the precise location of my tumor so that the doctor can hit that tumor with radiation. There was dye used because you have to be very precise about where that little tumor is. So I thought they were going to use my port, and I must be getting used to being poked and prodded because I was actually disappointed that they didn't use my port. I'm a little trepidatious about what that's going to feel like, but I was kind of excited to use it. But the port has to be flushed with heparin, and the technician who was doing the MRI wasn't qualified to use heparin. Anyway, they didn't use it at that facility, so I had to have another IV, even though I have a port. And yes, I have researched heparin for when they do use the port. It's a blood thinner, and the side effects include that bleeding takes longer to stop. Around the site, you can get some irritation at the injection site, and it can cause allergic reactions like hives and chills and fever. So I know what could happen with heparin. I was prescribed, a single dose of Ativan to take for anxiety because an MRI, you're really going into a tube, and I can be a little claustrophobic. So I had asked for an Ativan to take before the MRI, but after the experience I had with getting my port installed, I didn't want to take Ativan. My doctor said it wasn't likely the Ativan that caused me to have memory loss and be so tired when I had my port installed after that experience. But I just didn't want to take the chance. I didn't want to go through that again. So I sucked it up, and I did a lot of belly breathing, and I closed my eyes, and I did a lot of belly breathing because this MRI takes about an hour you're in the tube for about an hour. Yeah. Honestly, though, all you really have to do is lay there in the tube perfectly still. I mean perfectly still, because they're taking images of your insides to zap radiation. And that sort of brings me to the whole point of today's video, the thing that if you're going to take anything away from it, take this away from it. I was laying there on the gurney, getting ready for my little journey into the tube, and the tech came over with a pair of headphones, and he said, what kind of music do you like to listen to? And they give you the headphones so you don't hear all the noise that the machine really does make, and it kind of sounds creepy. So they give you these headphones and play music for you. And he said, what kind of music do you like? And I said, the first thing that came to mind, Springsteen, because I love Springsteen. I love him. I love his music. I think going to his concerts is going to one of the most joyous places on earth. Yeah, he's my... But have you ever tried laying still while you're listening to Springsteen? I mean, in an MRI, you can't dance. You can't sing along. You can't even tap your toes. And, you try laying still while you're listening to Springsteen. You try laying still while Thunder Road is blaring in your ears. I mean, and they cycled through the rotation, and Thunder Road played twice.
If you liked this video or found it helpful, give it a like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell.